Do you feel like you've lost your way? Are you overwhelmed and anxious on a daily basis? Do you feel like you're too stressed out to enjoy life? If so, you've landed in the right place. The Gratitude to Bliss show is about stressing less and feeling blessed. It's about figuring out what matters most, letting go of what doesn't, and creating a life that makes you feel happy and alive. I'm Lorraine Miller, mom, health coach, award-winning author, infertility survivor, and recovering stressaholic. And I'm on a mission to help you overcome overwhelm, improve your health, and find your bliss. The best part? It's so easy to get started. The Gratitude to Bliss show starts now. Hello and welcome to the Gratitude to Bliss show, the place to be to get your vitamin G. I'm Lorraine Miller, your host, and I have a real treat for you today. I have 5 mindset shifts to help heal your stress. So we're going to dive into different ways you can shift your mindset to help you with stress and overwhelm. And so much that happens throughout the day is really a matter of how we think. And that's one of the reasons why I love practicing gratitude so much and why I love using it as a tool for improving health and for healing whatever it is that you need to heal in your life. Because so many times we get in our own way and our thoughts prevent us from doing things we really want to do and being the person we really want to be. So when we can look at our thought patterns and when we can make an effort to reframe some of our ways of thinking and reframe our limiting beliefs and rewrite our own program that's going on in our mind, we become empowered to achieve anything we want in our life. So the first mindset shift I present to you is that stress is a choice. We can't always control the things that are happening around us, but I see those as stressors. That is not the same as stress. Stress is what happens in our bodies when we react to a stressor. So a traffic jam or being late for work or an argument that you might have with a family member. Those are stressors and they exist. And I'm not saying that we can eliminate them from our lives, but how we react to stress is in our power. And it takes effort and it takes a mindset to really change how we react to stress and how we let stress affect us and how much power we want to give over to stress. So when you look at stress as a choice, in the moment when you feel yourself going into that flight or fight mode, when you feel your body tensing up, when you feel anxious, your heart is racing, if you can stop, take a breath, and say, how can I choose my next moment? What can I choose to feel? What can I do to choose? What can I choose to do to feel more peaceful in this moment? And to not allow stress to take over. Now, I know that's easier said than done, but in time, as you practice this, as you recognize that your reaction to stress is a choice you are making every time you feel stressed, eventually you will choose a different feeling to have. And you have to be patient with yourself. You have to give it time. But we are so conditioned to the stress in our lives that it becomes a habit, becomes very habitual, and we automatically go into stress mode without even realizing it. So, the first mindset shift is to really understand that you do have control. You do have the power to control how you react to stress. And stress is a choice. The second mindset shift I want you to embrace is to be grateful for sleep. So many people are walking around sleep deprived. Why is that? Because we are conditioned and programmed to thinking that we can get by on 6 or 7 hours of sleep. And some people can. But I want you to ask yourself, is that enough for you? What is driving your need for sleep? What is the amount of sleep that really feels good for you? I know for myself, I always thought 7 or 8 hours was enough. But when I made the shift to realizing that my body really needs at least 8 hours, on average, nine, and during the winter, I really thrive on 10 hours of sleep. But as a busy mom, a busy person, I never allowed myself to get enough sleep. And what did that do? It caused a lot of stress because I was tired. I didn't have the the energy resources I needed to accomplish what I wanted to do during the day because I was depriving myself of sleep. But once I made that shift and I said, you know what? I need 9 or 10 hours of sleep, and I started prioritizing sleep, it made such a difference in my energy, such a difference in my outlook, my ability to handle stress, and my sense of calm and peace. And and then I felt grateful when I was giving myself that amount of sleep. So it became something that I was even more grateful for. And that's how gratitude works. It's when you focus on the little things that you may be overlooking how much sleep you need. You may be overlooking how important sleep is for you. But when you put your focus on those things, then it grows and you become even more grateful because you didn't even realize how important it was. So that is my second mindset shift for you. So, number one, stress is a choice. Number two, be grateful for sleep and prioritize sleep. Give yourself the sleep that you really truly need and notice how you feel. Notice how you feel when you get a good night's sleep and when you don't. And if you have trouble sleeping, there could be a health issue. And that is something that you can work on. And um, you can make improvements in that area of your life by changing your sleep habits and looking at any health issues that may be causing you to have sleep issues. So once you put your focus there, you can find a way to improve your sleep. Number three, shift your attitude around money. This is huge because so many people are financially stressed, especially now. We're not enjoying a strong economy right now. And a lot of people have a lot of financial stress. So if this is something that you are dealing with, I want you to look at how money impacts your mental state. Do you see money as something that's stressful that you never seem to have enough of? Is it one of those stressors that I was talking about? And if that's you, that's totally normal. Um, that is just a big stress for so many people when we're struggling financially. So the best thing to do is to focus on what you do have. So when we look at money as something that is a blessing, and when we focus on the little things that money gives us, we create an energy shift that allows us to receive more. When we focus on what we don't have, when we're in a state of lack, we're cutting off that energy flow. Money is currency. It's like a current. It needs to flow. That's where that word comes from. And if we are cutting off that flow with fear and stress, we are just creating more of that. But the way, and even if you are struggling with money, even if you're in financial stress, financial trouble, if you can focus on something positive that money has given you, it could be something from the past, or it could be something present that you are receiving. If you have money to buy food, appreciate that you have money to buy food. If you have money to put a roof over your head, appreciate that you have the money to do that. Clothes on your body, just go to the basics. And what that will do is that will allow the energy to flow again, because you're acknowledging and appreciating that money has given you food, it has given you a roof over your head, it has given you clothes on your back. And it may sound trite, it may sound um, too simple to be effective, but you the more you do this, the more you will notice that it actually works. And so you can be grateful for your education. You can be grateful for your car that drives you around. Um, you can be grateful for books that you've read. You can be grateful for things that you don't necessarily need money for, like taking books out of the library and getting that education. You can look at all the ways that you have been given blessings in your life instead of focusing on whatever financial stress you are in. And that is how you shift out of that lack mindset that can help you create more flow and more energy and be able to receive more. There's a really great book called The Soul of Money that I love so much. It's by Lynn Twist, and I recommend you check it out because she talks about these concepts and she talks about gratitude. So, The Soul of Money is a great book to read, and it can really help reinforce these concepts. My third mindset shift for you is to appreciate your body. Now, I believe your body is a blessing. And the more we look at our body as a blessing, the more we can appreciate it, the more we can create greater health for ourselves and greater well being. So, if you are going through a health crisis, if you have a chronic illness, if you have a health condition, if you have anything that is causing you stress around your body, around your health, I invite you to be grateful for the things your body is doing for you, your eyes, your ears, your digestive system, your heart is pumping blood. It's helping you have positive emotions. Your legs, your arms, they do so much for you all day long. And we don't always take the time to stop and say thank you. And when we can really appreciate fully everything our body does for us, our body feels appreciated and it will love us back. So you really want to have that energy flow going through your body, right? Energy needs to flow with money, but it also needs to flow within your body. And when that energy is not flowing, we have dis-ease. So we don't want that. We don't want dis-ease in the body. We want to keep the body flowing. And by appreciating everything your body does, you're actually creating greater health for yourself. So many times we can be down on our body. We can hate on our body. We don't like how we look. We don't like how we feel. We don't like how much we weigh. And we've been taught and programmed and conditioned through the media that we have to look a certain way and we have to be fit and we have to be slim and we have to have wrinkle-free skin and beautiful, thick, flowing hair and all these things. And that can put us in a state of lack when it comes to how we feel about our body. So, by really appreciating everything your body does for you and really working towards loving your body and nurturing your body and caring for your body, you will be able to create greater health for yourself. And the same thing is true of food, right? Um, when we feel like our food is nourishing us and we're grateful for it, rather than feeling like, oh, I can't have that, that's bad, we move away from a state of lack. We want to be able to feel like our food is nourishing us and giving us health. So appreciating your food, appreciating your body, and appreciating things like exercise and all the other things you do for yourself, drinking water, resting, feeling that self-gratitude around the things that you do to nurture your body, and then appreciating your body for doing everything that it does is how you create greater health and to move away from that state of lack. So you're probably seeing a pattern here that gratitude is the common thread through all of these mindset shifts that I've given you. And so gratitude really is the foundation for creating a more stress-free life. So the fifth tip I have for you, the fifth mindset shift to healing your stress is to put yourself first. And this is especially true for moms because as moms, we often put everyone else before ourselves. And if you're not a mom, you may be doing that also. And when we don't put ourselves first, we put everyone else first. That feels great for a while. That feels really good. We feel that we are in our purpose. We are serving our children. We are serving the people we work for. We're serving our spouse, our family members. But over time, is that really sustainable? And when we're talking about healing from stress, we really have to look at this because if you are somebody who has trouble putting yourself first, and you're also somebody who struggles with stress, then I want you to look at where you're putting yourself first and where you are neglecting to put yourself first. Because when you actually prioritize your health and your well being, you are better able to take care of everyone else in your life. And I've talked about this on other shows in other episodes. And I'm really emphasizing this because, again, we have to fill our cup. We cannot be serving others if we are feeling depleted, if we are drained emotionally, mentally, physically. We can give and give and give and give and give until we have nothing left to give, and we're really of no help to anyone. So gratitude really helps you not only appreciate yourself and all the things that you do for everyone else, but it also helps you prioritize yourself and really acknowledge that you are important to other people. You are an important person to the other people in your life. And by appreciating that and having gratitude for that, having self gratitude, you are again creating this healthy flow of giving and receiving. So that is the main theme here, is that things need to flow. We need to give, but also receive, whether it's money, whether it's health, whether it's caring for other people, whether it's getting a good night's sleep, whether it's choosing to nourish yourself with healthy foods and exercise and plenty of clean water. All these things are the basic elements of a happy and healthy life. And when we allow ourselves to fully appreciate those basic things, those basic needs, and we prioritize our own needs, not in a selfish way, but in a way that allows this healthy flow of giving and receiving, we are able to create greater health and happiness, greater life satisfaction, and greater well being for ourselves and our families and everyone around us. So, just to recap, the 5 mindset shifts to heal your stress: 1, stress is a choice. 2, be grateful for sleep. 3, shift your attitude around money. 4, appreciate your body. And 5, put yourself first. These are many of the themes and topics that I talk about in my group coaching program, Calm, Healthy, and Fit. And this is how we create a foundation for achieving whatever it is that we want in our life, whether it's a health goal, whether it's a relationship goal. I am a health coach, but I also work on these other areas because so many things feed into our health, our sense of purpose, our relationships, our financial support system, our connection to nature, our spirituality, our sense of community, our sense of fun and joy. All of these things are referred to as primary foods. And then we have secondary foods, which is the nutrition piece, which I also cover in my program. Also, how we exercise, how we move our body. That is a form of food because it nourishes us. So in Calm, Healthy, and Fit, we work on all these different areas, and we work on how we react to stress and how we can win and not let stress win. I also invite you to check out my free masterclass, Break Up with Stress, where we go deeper into these topics. And you can find that on gratitudetobliss.com. Now, I have to mention that to do all these things, you need to be practicing gratitude every day. And in episode 1 of the Gratitude to Bliss show, I walk you through a very simple practice I call vitamin G. And I show you exactly how simple it is. And I give you tips for sticking with it. So definitely check out episode 1 of the show if you haven't already, and start practicing gratitude now. The the quick version is to get a separate notebook or a journal and write down 5 things every day that you are grateful for. And to add the special sauce, which is to focus on the feeling. You can hear more about this on episode 1 of the show. But I just wanted to give you that basic premise that that's really all you have to do. And you will be able to put more focus on these 5 different areas. These 5 mindset shifts will happen more easily for you when you are practicing gratitude daily. It's the antidote to stress. And the science shows that people who practice gratitude have less stress and they feel less affected by stress. We're going to do the wheel of gratitude now and take a moment to reflect on something and be grateful. So, Emily, if you could spin the wheel for us and let us know what it lands on.
Okay, today the wheel landed on money.
Money. Hmm. That's very interesting since money is one of the mindset shifts we're talking about. So take a moment right now to think about your relationship with money. How do you feel when you think about money? Do you feel tense? Do you feel fearful? Do you feel grateful? Do you feel appreciative? Do you feel happy? Just notice. The first step is having awareness around your relationship with money. And then I want you to take a moment to think of something money has given you. It could be as simple as a delicious meal, nice, cozy bed, and a good night's sleep, a roof over your head. So think of just something that money has given you and focus on the feeling, the benefit. And then try to take that with you throughout your day. Try to think about how your relationship with money affects you on a daily basis as you go through each part of your day today. So we're going to end now. I also want to mention that a great way to get started with gratitude is using the Gratitude to Bliss journal. It's something I created in 2011. So over 13 years ago, I created this little pocket-sized journal to guide you to really bringing gratitude into your life in a big way. It's available on my website, gratitudetobliss.com. And I have a special promotion going on right now where you can buy one, get one if you use the code B1G1 LOVE. So it's B1G1 love. And I'm going to put that in the show notes along with the Breakup with Stress Masterclass and also a link to my Calm, Healthy, and Fit program and a link to episode 1 of the show. So definitely check out the show notes. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Gratitude to Bliss show, the place to be to get your vitamin G. I'm Lorraine Miller, your host. Thank you for being here today, and I will see you next time. Remember, I love you. Take your vitamin G. Thank you for tuning in to the Gratitude to Bliss show, the place to be to get your vitamin G. I'm Lorraine Miller, your host, and I want to remind you to check out episode 1 and create your own powerful vitamin G practice and let gratitude work magic in your life. To help you add that special sauce, download your free guided meditation, Nourishing Gratitude, at gratitudetobliss.com. Do you have a gratitude story to tell? Has gratitude helped you overcome a challenge in your life? Or are you going through a rough time and need some extra support? Go to gratitudetobliss.com/contact and send us your story to be a featured guest on the show so you can inspire others with your story or get inspired to break through whatever you are struggling with. Remember, I love you. Take your vitamin G. One thing I know for sure is that life is a blessing. We aren't meant to feel stressed, overwhelmed, and anxious on a daily basis. We are meant to feel calm, healthy, and strong mentally, physically, and emotionally. If you've been struggling with stress, if you want to boost your mood, increase your energy, balance hormones, and create greater mental clarity and focus, if you want to lose excess weight and keep it off, I invite you to check out Calm, Healthy, and Fit, my 3-month group coaching program that is all about you and making yourself a priority. We are going to set achievable goals, create healthy habits around food and lifestyle, and support each other in a group setting. Join us and visit gratitudetobliss.com/group coaching to learn more.